Ooh, all right, I think we're live. All right, folks, welcome to the Practical Pistol Show. You are now looking at me on YouTube instead of, well, maybe instead of listening to it on your drive to work or whatever. So, probably wondering why this is. This is a new show format. So, the way this is going to work is I'm going to cut the podcast, put it up on YouTube. You see it in video form. You see me talking into my microphone sitting here in my I guess my office. I'm not sure what this room is, but behind me is my living room. But you're going to see me sitting here. Video goes up to YouTube. We're going to rip the audio from the video and, you know, put that out for download. So you might be listening to this in the normal way that you've always listened to it, and I'm talking about how you can see me and you can't see me, and that's okay. All right, and you hear somebody laughing in the background. Say hello.
Hey,
I guess it, Jesus, just sit still in your chair, please, Candace. I've added a producer to the show, so Candace is coming to you from Georgia. Candace can read topics for me. She trolls the internet to find interesting things to talk about, and she's also a 5-gun master in IDPA. So she's basically like an in-house Caleb.
okay, great. I'm not sure I shoot as good as Caleb, though, right? No.
5-gun master, that's the same as him, right?
Okay, yeah, it is. I did it in like a month less, though. So.
I find it really amusing that you know that.
Okay, well, there you go.
that is amusing on a number of levels. Okay. All right, Candace, why don't you tee up the first discussion topic for today?
All right, so there's this article on modern service weapons called Controlling Time by Eric Levy. And he says, last weekend I was at the range with a party of different shooters and friends. There were several kinds of props and targets, and everyone was having a good time shooting. The group consisted of some novice shooters, and at one station there was a military guy with his babe of a girlfriend. She had taken up a stock Glock and was trying to knock down plates on the plate rack. Well, she was struggling. She was jerking the trigger, throwing shots repeatedly to the left, driving through the magazine. All right. At this point, her stud came over and told her all the knowing advice of slow down and get your hits. Duh, just slow down and get your hits. Of course, this did not go well. Our heroine tried her heart out, but only managed to miss slowly. So did his sage advice work? Not really. Despite the good intentions, he only changed the time these misses occurred. I didn't want to move in and cause friction between the stud and his dame or myself, so I silently shook my head.
Okay.
Right.
That, I think we get the point. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so slowing down and getting your hits. I've never really... I mean, for me personally, like when I'm doing a class or whatever, I really try to stay away from using the slow down. I mean, I might tell somebody to do something that causes them to be slower, but I mean, the idea is to fix the problem. So I really hate telling people to slow down and get their hits because as I think this is a good article. I think he's pointing out that slowing down doesn't really change anything. It's just you're just going slower and still fucking it up. So I like it. I mean, I think that's a good thing to point out.
Yeah, it's like when I slow down, it's not like just going slower. It's seeing more, doing more, focusing on the trigger press a little more. You know, it's the whole, I need an A, so I'm going to take the time to get that A kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Huh.
I like some of the comments. One guy wrote, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, speed will come with time, applies when the basic fundamentals are sound. Some days it's just as difficult to watch others flounder as it is to teach them out of bad habits. I don't know, what the fuck is he talking about?
I don't know. He sounds like he's basically calling people he teaches dumbasses or something. I don't know.
Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, speed will come with time. I think that does not apply.
Oh, it does not. Well, Okay.
I
Well,
don't agree with that.
dude. Man. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's another one. Like, maybe our next article will be about how slow is smooth, like, is retarded, and will like kind of chain you to being slow forever. If you practice being slow, you're still going to be slow. You don't get magically faster.
Yeah, I tried that for a while. That didn't work.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, let's move on to a question.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
We do have a question. Hi, Ben. Do you still dry fire on days when you practice live fire? If so, is there a formula or ratio of dry fire to live fire for you on such days?
Yes, I like to dry fire on days that I live fire. I think it's fair to say that I'm less likely to dry fire on days that I live fire. But if it's like my typical practice day, I like to be like only be shooting for an hour or so. Um, so that leaves plenty of time for dry fire later on in the day, and I like to do it. And the reason I like to do it is all the kind of your live fire lessons are still fresh in your mind. Your uh, all like the stuff you've been dry firing, you kind of go and test it, and then you're remembering how that test went, and then you can go home and immediately do, I would say, more productive dry fire than you probably would normally do it. So I don't like to miss that opportunity. The only problem is you may be tired, or maybe your hands are fucked up from doing a bunch of live fire or something. That can get in the way a little bit, but I still like to do it. Now, as far as there being a ratio, I don't know about that. No, not really. You're still going to probably pull the trigger a lot more in dry fire than you will in live fire, because it takes so much less time. But I still like to do it.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, the thing is, I go to the range for way too long at a time, like 5 hours or something, because it takes me an hour to get there. Yeah, I know. I'm a freaking worker bee, dude. It's when I'm there, I want to just keep shooting till I run out of ammo, and I bring a lot of ammo. I know, it's terrible.
It takes me like almost an hour. It takes me 45 minutes to get to the range, and I still don't like to be there a really long time.
Damn.
I just don't feel like I'm accomplishing anything.
Yeah, I'm like a retard, and if it's not going well, I think just doing it not well longer will somehow fix it. So
Are you a dry firer after the range?
I haven't been, no, because I'm freaking exhausted.
Yeah, see, that'd be
And
the problem.
frequently actually really sad.
Oh, you get your feelings hurt too.
Yeah, I get my feelers pretty bruised sometimes.
You could use that as motivation to put into your dry fire.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Should try that.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up the show, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. If you guys have any questions, head over to bensteger.com. I still get your questions. I would love to answer them for you. If you have any comments about the new format, you can send those too. I mean, I don't really give too many shits about it, because this is the format. Like, this is the way it's going to be. Going online and using Google Hangouts will make it easier. Like, YouTube will make the show more accessible. It'll be easy to have guests on. It's going to work out a lot better. So I hope you like it. And if not, well, I'm sorry about that too. But anyway, if you got a question, bensteger.com. I'd love to hear from you.